Hello and welcome, my fellow philosophers. Today, I, Franklin Sheffield, have an ethical proposition for you. Should we use robotic automated systems to grow food at home instead of on large farms? If you're familiar with my work, then you probably already know my answer. But what is your gut telling you? Now, feelings aside, let's break this down with logic and ethics. Our current model for food, while providing food for billions, has also been the source of poor human health, cruel animal living conditions and health, and financial ruin on epidemic scales. This is nothing new either. Americans have suffered the Dust Bowl, DDT, well, all chemical farming for that matter, all at the hands of capitalistic ideals applied to our food. We get robbed through farming subsidies for ethanol fuel plants that aren't sustainable, screwing the farmers too in the process by ruining their soil with crop rotation. Right now, as we speak, the whole world is suffering from inflated prices. This, combined with COVID, has shut down many restaurants from farmers markets, leaving our nutritional fate to big corpa. Under the guise of capitalism, our food continues to lose nutritional value. We are paying more for less. As wars in other countries affects gas prices and the logistical industries continues to be short-staffed, affecting the freshness of our food, more and more food alternatives, or food-like substances as they're called, are being developed at low cost to preserve food longer. Many of these substances are poisonous. Glyphosate, for example, the number one ingredient in modern pesticides. This chemical kills all non-genetically engineered plants and seeds by destroying protein synthesis through cutting off essential amino acids. We people need these acids because we can only get them through our food, but they haven't been present in most of our food for decades. We are just now linking things like birth defects, mental illness, and deficiencies caused by this chemical that we have been consuming for 50 plus years. Not just here in America either. This is 90% of the world's farming, which represents 11% of the Earth's surface area. It's in the air. It's in the water. We can't get out of glyphosate. If we were to stop using glyphosate right now, it would be around 50 years before we would be able to get it out of our water table and our air. So how does this tie into robotic automated systems? Well, I offer an alternative. And the alternative to buying food and supporting a profit-first approach to nutrition and health would be to grow it ourselves. This is something we used to do for thousands and thousands of years. In fact, it was more normal and has been normal longer to grow our own food than it has to rely on grocery stores. Most of us believe that it's impossible to grow food on a private scale. Right now, your capitalistic programming might be compelling you to ask questions like, don't you need land to grow food? Or isn't it hard to work and isn't little return? Or isn't it expensive to grow food? Well, using current economic and technological limitations, no, it's not. Not at all. Because this is where robotic automated systems comes into play. There are several promising, compact, and efficient ways to grow food indoor in the sciences of microgreens, micrology, and vertical farming. If we could subsidize those technologies instead of corn, we might be able to normalize affordable, apartment-friendly, food-producing, robot automated systems. For those that do have land, we could fund self-contained garden boxes with AI-assisted growing, harvesting, and even composting. The mega farms are using robotic automated systems for things like guiding tractors via satellites and automated harvesting. We could and should harness this privately. If us regular citizens could gain access to programs that provided RAS food sourcing, similar to, say, Free Solar, or if perhaps some of these smaller scale RAS companies like the one you saw earlier, FarmBot, could get access to these billions of dollars being given to mega farms, then maybe we could normalize most of us having access to self-sustained nutrition. Perhaps Middle America and farmers around the world might suffer further from privatizing food. However, if even 25% of the food market could be grown independently, we'd see a massive economic return to the middle class, which historically is the best way to get a nation out of debt. And seeing how America has accumulated $33.5 trillion of debt, I think we could use it. Well, I just wanted to pop in and say thanks for watching. I really enjoyed putting this together for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it and maybe even learned something too. This is something that I'm actually very passionate about, and in fact, that jar farm you saw earlier, that's my own. So, my last question to you, what are you gonna grow? Thanks again for watching. My name is Franklin Sheffield, also known as the Gray Mage, and I'll catch you next time.